exclusive details about how Tom Sandoval was busted after Ariana found the sexual text from Raquel. So just a heads up, some of the information will be what we've already heard, but baked in will be new information and new angles added, okay? So if there's any information that's repeated, bear with me. Give me some grace, okay? Let's go. So, and I also wanted to, in this one, I also wanted to talk about Raquel's family's concerns, okay? Because I would be concerned too if Raquel has been drinking super heavily. She's been sexting somebody, videos and text and photos and all of that stuff. She's been at least romantically, sexually linked to about 4 men in the span of a couple of months. And I'm not slut shaming by any means, but I do understand their family's concern. So there's also been a blind item leaked by Dumas about where Raquel's family stands with all this. So I do want to talk about that in this segment. Okay. But first, dun 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 dun. This is from TMZ. So Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix seem to be very much a couple just days before TMZ broke the story of their split, and what we've now learned about more details about what specifically led to the couple's sudden end. Sources close to the former pair tell us it was a series of text messages Ariana discovered Wednesday night between Tom and Raquel that caused her to believe he was cheating. We're told the messages and video. I do believe this was a video of Raquel doing something sexual, probably to herself. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean by that? Anyway, let's keep going. Doing something sexual to herself. All right, we'll leave it there. Okay. We're told the messages and video were sexual in nature, leading to a confrontation between Ariana and Tom. Now, don't forget, also during the same exact concert where this went down, Kristen Doute and her boyfriend were there. Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd was also there. And other people were there. There have been not allegations, but there's been rumored that Bravo was filming it. But I was kind of like, why would Bravo be filming it if it's off season? Like they're only filming now because like the whole scandal, but this was when the scandal broke. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. And another reason why I was on the fence about whether or not Bravo was actually there, this was Wednesday night, is because Kristen Doute was there. So I'm kind of like, I always thought that like Kristen and Stassi and Jackson, all of them weren't allowed to be at places where they were filming. I know for sure they're not allowed to film anymore. So that was up there. But anyway, that's just like a side little note to think about. Let's keep going. Dun, 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 dun. Our sources tell us from there, Ariana told friends she found out Tom and Raquel had actually been seeing each other secretly for months, as far back as the summer. We're told there was a growing suspicion between the former couple's friends that something may have been going on between Sandoval and Raquel, but it was a total surprise to Ariana. As we told you, Ariana was spotted supporting Tom Wednesday night while he performed with his band and debuted a new single. In fact, eyewitnesses at the show say they were kissing and having a good time, very much still a couple. Now, this is true. I really do think Ariana thought, yeah, my relationship is kind of crappy. Yeah, we're going through a tough time, but we'll get through it. And I really do think she thought her and Tom were, going to be able to get through it. Don't forget that there was also that rumor that they were in an open relationship. Now, this is where I think that rumor came from. I think that people saw Tom out there cheating, not just with Raquel, because, people have, videos of him singing to Raquel and serenading her, and she's like crying and all this stuff. But I think that Tom has been cheating with women before Raquel. I don't think he started cheating with Raquel. You get what I'm saying? And so the whole open relationship thing probably came out of people seeing Tom being inappropriate with other women. And then unfortunately, sometimes in our society, when we hear that someone is bisexual or whatever, you know how Ariana is bisexual, they think, oh, well, if they're bisexual, then they must be in an open relationship. She must be sleeping with women and he must be doing whatever, this, that, and the third. And people have also called his sexuality into question as well. But Ariana quickly came out and said, no, we're not in an open relationship. Being bisexual does not mean polyamorous. No, just because I also like women doesn't mean I'm not in a monogamous relationship with a man. So I think those rumors of open relationship came from the fact that Tom had been cheating on her way before Raquel. Okay, now let's keep going. And they're saying, I think Ariana was maybe a little willfully ignorant, because I do think that women and men, I think you always know, but I think that you also try to, denial sometimes is a much more comforting place to live than reality. Because I think if Ariana was being honest with herself, she probably knew. And that's not to blame her, because she's the victim in this. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying in general, it's easier to ignore the red flags sometimes. All right, let's keep going. Apparently, Tom has a different version. A source close to Tom told us things had been unraveling between him and Ariana for quite some time. But gotta say, that wasn't evidence Wednesday before she discovered the text messages. See, that's the thing. When a guy is cheating on you, or a girl, I'll just say guy, but you guys, insert whatever you want. When a guy is cheating on you, they'll be like, oh yeah, it was unraveling for a while. And what you mean by unraveling for a while was that you were checked out of the relationship, you stopped having sex, and you got your sex someplace else. But you forgot to tell your person that you're actually in a relationship with all of this going on. So Tom, shut the hell up. All right, let's keep going. Tom and Ariana got together back in 2013 when she joined Vanderpump Rules as a full-time cast member. While they never got married, they were certainly one of the anchor couples on the reality show for years. Neither Tom or Ariana has commented publicly on the allegations. Reps for both gave us, quote, no comment. Well, they might not be commenting on the situation, but we the sure hell are. And I have a little clip from Tom. So last night, this is Friday night, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras performed in Anaheim. And just like Lala said, and just like James Kennedy said on their Instagram stories, go to the show and heckle them. Throw tomatoes, chant Ariana, do what you have to do. And apparently people were ready for the assignment. And let's watch, Tom being heckled, and watch and listen for his response, which I kind of wanted to be like, Tom, if you don't shut the hell up, I'm out of here. Okay, so let's watch.
Ariana! We love her. Karen, no! Ariana! We love her.
Listen, did you hear him say we love her? First of all, you weirdo, they were chanting cheater, 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 and then they said Ariana. And this sociopath had the audacity to sarcastically say, we love her. Well, guess what? We don't love you, Tom. We don't. You're a weirdo. You're an absolute weirdo. And speaking of weirdos, this is according to Dumas. Dumas is not a weirdo, but Raquel is. So like I said earlier, the fallout is real. So obviously we just saw, Tom being heckled, they're yelling cheater, 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 and all this other stuff and chanting her name. And there's a huge fallout. There also seems to be a fallout with Raquel's family. So this is according to Dumas. It says subject, Raquel Leviss' family concern. Raquel's family is pleading with her to stop filming, get off the show, and seek help. Is she heeding their advice? Nope. Too thirsty for fame. Now, this is the thing. I believe that the family is concerned. Hell, I'm a little bit concerned at this point. It's twofold. Okay, this is the question. And Candy Canes, put it down in the comment box. I want to know what you guys think. This is the question, I think, when it comes to Raquel. Is this just who Raquel has always been? You know what I mean? Has she just really always been this conniving, selfish, self-centered, lying, cheating, horrible person? Or is this more of her acting out? You know, she's been drinking a lot, way more on the show. You know, she's been, for a storyline or not a storyline, she's hopped from like about 4 different guys at this point, maybe even more. Not that, you know, obviously you can sleep with and hook up with whoever you want, but sometimes promiscuity is a sign of something else going on. She was a bit of a mess on the show. She was crying, saying she was depressed, didn't know what she wanted in her life. She ended in engagement. Her pageant world has been over. You know, she kind of aged out of that. You know, I think a lot of people, when they have certain things they've done their entire lives, when they age out of it or whatever the case may be, it can cause depression. So do we think that her doing this whole situation is more of a cry for help because she's really depressed and going through something? Or are you like, nah, this is just this chick who she really is, and her mask finally slipped? Now, I'll tell you what I think. I think this is who Raquel has always been, and I think that her mask has slipped, and her slip is showing. That's my personal opinion. I think this is truly who she is. I don't think it's a cry for help. I think it's really more of her thinking, now I can come into my own. Like, now I can step into it. That's what I think. I think that this is really who she is, and I don't think she's a good person. I think she's sociopathic, to be perfectly honest. I think she enjoys playing victim. I think she enjoys, you know, all of that. But to me, she's a scary person. She's a scary person. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before you do that, and before we move on to our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It is 100% free. It's all self-care, self-love, and wellness. So with that, let's move on to our next story. And our next story is all about gathering the girls and gathering the troops and who is coming to Ariana's defense.